Kindly subscribe. Ni free, hakuna kitu. Just subscribe, it is very free. Totally free.
Good day wherever you are. I wish to take you through CRE paper 1 analysis for the last Kcse papers which has been done. We want to look at the questions and the way they are being said. So in front of you here we have question 1 from the year 2006 to the year 2023. Now, I wish to look at the last 5 because there are so many of them and they are actually the same. Let me look at 2006 and then I will jump to 2017 to 2023, and then from there you will be able to see that in fact CRE have just come to realize that CRE is the one of the simplest topic you need to subject that you can get an A without struggling, because it has specific questions from specific topics in specific number. Number 1, give reasons why Christians read the Bible. So it is about the Bible, and that is the introduction to CRE Form 1, Topic 1. Give reasons why the Bible is referred as the library, with reference to the Genesis stories of creation, chapter 1 and 2, outline the attribute of God. So you realize that paper 1 CRE, it is about introduction, and then topic 3, which is the fall of man, and it is called faith and God's plan. Creation and the fall of man. Creation and the fall of man. That is topic 3. So let us look at again. It's about the Bible introduction. So just read it through all of this. Let me take you to last year, the last 5 years. Let's begin with 2023. Identify 6 literal forms used in writing the Bible. Give 7 reasons why the Bible is referred to as a library. The Bible is a holy book. That's 2023, last year. It guides them in all aspects of their lives. In view of this state, different occasions when Christians in Kenya use the Bible. If you go through the questions from here to 2006, you realize that the use of the Bible is everywhere. Where do you use the Bible? We use the Bible in the church. We use the Bible in parliament. We use the Bible in courts to swear in. So these are the things you need to know. They're very simple things. So number 1, question 1, ABC is about introduction to CRE, introduction. And then sometimes some questions about the creation and the fall of man. So topic 1 and topic 3 Form 1 work. That one will give you the 20 marks. Is it 20? Yes, 20 marks in question 1. So you can read it through. The similarity found in the biblical and traditional African views of creation. We have 2 theories of creation. So these are the things you need to know. So that one, so question 1, even this year question 1, it is introduction, the Bible, and the creation, the 2 accounts of creation. You need to know that. Let's go to question 2. Let's start from 2006 and look at it. State and the promises that God made to Abraham. Number 207B. A. State the characteristics of covenant God with Abraham. Read all those. Exodus. Exodus is about Moses. Moses. So, question 2. A, B, C. How does Christians show respect to God for God? Identify 5 reasons that Christians learn about God from the core of Abraham. Let's go to the most recent, that is 22. Let me start from 2023A. Outline what the Israelites learned about the nature of God during the Exodus. During the Exodus, we are talking about chapter 4 from 1, the Sinai covenant, Abraham. We are talking about the Sinai covenant is Moses, Abraham, the call of Moses. And sometimes they mix with African concept of God. That is a topic from one work. So here they simply mix, but it is measuring on Mount Sinai, that is Moses, and Abraham. That is question 2, A, B, C. So I've already told you what you are supposed to be reading. Question 2, Abraham, Moses. If you are to read Moses and Abraham good enough, then you are sure of 15 marks. Even if you fail 5 marks, which is coming from wherever it is coming from, that's not bad. So 2022, describe the covenant making ceremony between God and the Israelites, Mount Sinai, Exodus, that is Moses. So identify 7 ways in which the Israelites worshipped God while in the wilderness. Give reasons, 7 reasons why Christians find it difficult to serve God. So that is now the application, the lessons we learn from. Because I believe every lesson in CRE, what we learn from the lesson, we have them. We have those things that we learn. That's now here you apply. So I have given you can see everything. Go to 2015 here. It is about, you can see Abraham, Moses. You seeing that? The core of the incident, Abraham. So why should you fail in CRE? Question 2 is about Moses, Abraham. You can see that. Now then you can see part C is actually the application. Identify 7 examples of the covenant made in Kenya today. So from the covenant that was made between Abraham and God, Moses, so you need now to apply. Question 2, part C is actually the application of the stories of Abraham and Moses. Let's go to question 3. Question 3. Give reasons why Israel's demand for the king. Describe the nature of Canaanite religion. Describe the context of the prophet Elijah and the prophets of Baal in Mount Carmel. B. 6b. State the achievement of Solomon as king of Israel. C. Identify the causes of power struggle in the church in Kenya today. So you realize that C is actually the application of A and B. The real application now in real life situation. Mostly I realize that CRE part C is the application part of it. Then let's go to the most recent 2023. Let's see what was there. Question 3, paper 1. Give 6 reasons. Give 6 reasons. Give 6 reasons why the Israelites demanded for the king. You realize that this question is a repeat of so many years ago. Outline the failures of Saul as the king of Israel. That was last year. Now let's look at the applications. Yeah, number C. There are cases of churches leaders being rejected by their congregation from your point of view. Give 7 reasons why the church leader. Remember, Saul was rejected. There are lessons that we learned. We learned from the Saul and his various why he was rejected. So that is where you get the application from. You're not going to think. These are the things which you have been taught, though, so you don't need to be worried. 2. State the importance of the Temple of Jerusalem to the Israelites. Outline 7 failures of Solomon. You see this? Failures of Solomon. In fact, 2022 and 2023 is talking about the failures of, this was Solomon and this was King Saul. Identify 7 factors that have led to the increase in Christian denominations in Kenya today. So that is the application now you need to apply. So number 3, paper 1 is about the leadership in Israel, royalty to God. Topic 5 and topic 6 form 1. Topic 5 and topic 6 form 1. That's where you will get your marks from. So you need to know. Now you know. Maybe if you didn't know, now you know. Let's look at question 4. Question 4. We will just read a sample here. on the first it went to 6 to 7, and then we go back to the recent years. 206, explain the role of prophets in Old Testament. B yake, give reasons why Prophet Amos was against the way the Israel worshipped God. But C, how does God reveal himself to Christians today? Just look at 207. Describe the characteristics of false prophets in the Old Testament. State the teachings Prophet Amos about the day of the Lord. And then, how can Christians assist the church leaders to perform their duties today? So you will read all through those. You will read through all these years, those questions. Number 4, let's look at the most recent. Number 23, the year 2023. State 7 is the similarity between traditional African prophet and the true prophet of God in the Old Testament. Outline the teaching of Prophet Amos on hypocritical religion in Israel. Identify 6 virtues a Christian requires from teaching of Prophet Amos on the remnant of and the restoration. So I realized that number 4, it is Form 3 work, and it is majorly on Amos, Prophet Amos. So number 4, to paper 1, it is about Prophet Amos. It is a topic for Form 3 about prophets. So it is about Amos. So read very well about Amos, everything that you need to know for Amos, and you will score all your marks in 4A, 4B, and 4C. Let's go to 4, 5 and look at it. So we look at it, and then you are able to see the topics that you are supposed to read and concentrate on. Let me read the first 2. Outline the problems the Nehemiah encountered in rebuilding the wall of Jerusalem. Outline the problems that Nehemiah encountered in rebuilding the wall of Jerusalem. B, identify the symbolic act used by Prophet Jeremiah. So we are talking Nehemiah and then Jeremiah, but B. But C, what lessons do Christians learn from Prophet Jeremiah's teachings in the New Covenant? 207, explain the different occasions when Nehemiah prayed. B, in what ways did Nehemiah demonstrate qualities of good leader during his time? What is the importance of prayer in a life of Christians? So from here, you can see we are talking about in what ways did Nehemiah demonstrate quality of a good leader. Now there was this explain the different occasions when Nehemiah prayed. So you have been taught about Nehemiah and how he prayed. That's now part C is coming. What is the importance of prayer? How did the prayer help Nehemiah to overcome whatever he was going through? Now, what lessons did you learn from Nehemiah's prayer? Now, that's why they are bringing you. See, what is the importance of prayer in a Christian? So you are not supposed to be thinking. You have been taught the lessons learned from Nehemiah's prayer. They are there. So those are the things you need to apply now. Now, I have read the verse 206, 207. Let me take you to 2003, 2002, so that you can see, you can go through all of this. You can go through all of this here. You can see that the question is from Nehemiah, Jeremiah. Nehemiah, Jeremiah. That is question 5, paper 1. Now, why do people fail? Because you are sure that number 5 is about Nehemiah and Jeremiah, and then somebody gets E in CR. That is really disappointing. Now look at this question 2023. Describe the renewal of the covenant after the rebuilding of the wall of Jerusalem under the leadership of Nehemiah. Part B 2023. Outline the reforms of Nehemiah. We are talking about Nehemiah. And then number C, identify 7 lessons Christians learn from the ministry of Nehemiah. Right? So most probabilities here is going to give us Jeremiah. Now, can you read Jeremiah and Nehemiah? Because I'm not saying that you don't read Jeremiah. So look at this one. Look at all this. It is about Jeremiah. Identify Jeremiah. You see, it's nothing like a prediction. It is a sure bet that number 5, CRE, topic is about Jeremiah and Nehemiah. Nothing to argue about that. It is Jeremiah and Nehemiah. You need to read very well about Jeremiah and Nehemiah. And then number 5, CRE ABC, you get everything that you need to get. Let's go to the last question, question 6, and see where does it come from. So we just read 2 questions, 207, 206. We go back to the most recent, and then we will be able to confirm what you are supposed to read. First one, 206. Explain the importance of rituals performed during naming a ceremony of traditional African communities. B. Identify the moral values acquired during marriage in traditional African community. Number C, why is death feared in traditional African communities? Number 207, what changes have taken place in the rite of initiation in Kenya today? Identify moral values taught by the youth during the initiation to adulthood. African communities, give reasons why female circumcision is being discouraged in Kenya today. So lead to 8, to 9, to 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Or this I can see you can read them. You can read them. Yes, just read it through. You will realize it is talking about African traditional concept about God. The right, that's Form 1. So this one is Form 1, Topic 7, Topic 8, Topic 9, and Topic 10. Topic A7 is African concept about God, the spirits, ancestors, and the African religion about God. Then number 8, Topic 8, Form 1, African traditional society. Number 9, Topic 9, Form 1, rites of passage. Now that's where circumcision is coming in. Rites of passage, moral values. Topic 10, African moral values. So question 6 is covering the last, how many topics? 1, 2, 3, 4. The last 4 topics in Form 1. So if you want to get 20 marks in paper 1, number 6, 20 marks, you read the last 4 topics in Form 1. African moral values, rites of passage, African traditional society, and then African concept about God, the spirits. Those are the things you need to read, and I get 20 marks in question 6, paper 1, Kcse 2024. Those are the things you need. Let me take you to the most recent, that is 2023, 2022 there. We check and see. Outline the traditional African concept about the community. Now you see. State the role of medicine men in traditional African community. Identify 6 ways in which the church in Kenya is assisting orphans in the society. That's now application. 2022. State the importance of initiation in a traditional African community. Identify 6 moral values people acquire during initiation ceremonies in traditional African communities. Outline the changes that have taken place in the rite of initiation in Kenya today. So just go through them. Look at all of these years. Look at everything here. It's talking about African traditional society, the rites of passage, and the African moral values that you need to know. Therefore, you see from here, there now, you can get to read those topics. And that is how simple for paper 1 is. It really goes around Form 1 work. Form 1, except for question 4, I think that is question 4. Yes, question 4 and 5, which goes back to Form 3. That is the prophets area, the Old Testament prophets. Yes. Then I don't think there is a reason why anybody should fail a CRE. From now henceforth, the remaining time, utilize it and maximize it so that you can concentrate on these topics I have given. You don't need to read everything. Just concentrate on the topics I have mentioned for each number question, because these questions are set the same way. It is question 1 A, B, C, which is coming from Form 1 introduction, the Bible, or those. and high school July mock exam, CRE paper 1, as you can see. The first question: explain how the study of Christian and religious education in schools enhance morality. So that is introduction. How does CRE enhance morality? Question B: state 7 similarities in both biblical and traditional African views on creation. Why should Christians in Kenya take care of the environment? Right? Enable to strengthen faith by applying biblical principles. Also, these are the answers. These are the answers that are expected. CRE teaches on virtues like love, hence unity. So that is how you apply now the introduction, importance of studying CRE. Similarities in both biblical and traditional African views on creation. So when you are giving similarity, remember to start with in both. God's work of creation is still ongoing. So these are the answers for the question. Why should Christians in Kenya take care of the environment? In order to maintain beauty, its beauty, to preserve natural habitat of God's creation. Or these are the reasons why you should take care of the environment. Number 3, state 7 achievements of King Solomon in his life. From the story of Naboth's vineyard, explain 7 commandments which King Ahab and Queen Elizabeth broke. Why is killing condemned in traditional African communities? Skip number 2, that is wrong. So number 2, describe the call of Abraham in Genesis 12. Number B, give 7 reasons why the Exodus was important to the Israelites. How do Christians show their respect to God today? How do Christians show respect to God today? They set aside a day to worship, that is showing respect. Set aside holy places of worship, respect. They do not mention God's name in vain, that's respect. They pray to God, live exemplary lives, role models, give offering and tithes. They praise God for wonders, take care of the environment, look after those who are in need, preaching and spreading the word of God. That shows that you love. Question 3.
State 7 achievements of King Solomon in Israel. From the story of Naboth's vineyard, explain 7 commandments which King Ahab and Queen Elizabeth broke. Why is killing condemned in traditional African communities? Killing is condemned. Why? State 7 achievements, that's number 7. Solomon built Magnificent temple for God. He promoted trade with neighboring countries. He initiated building program, promoted urbanization. He recognized the country into districts. He reorganized the country into districts for effective administration. He established a good democratic relationship with other nations through intermarriages and treaties. He settled disputes among people wisely. He composed proverbs and songs. He initiated industrial activities within the kingdom. He established a strong army for defense. He brought the Ark of the Covenant to the temple, Jerusalem. The temple, not Jerusalem. He fortified major cities to ensure security. He built himself a magnificent palace. They broke the commandment not to kill when they planned for the stoning of Naboth. So you can read all those. These are the answers. The commandment not to steal, they broke that by taking the Naboth's vineyard. That is the commandment they broke. They used the name of God in vain when they said that Naboth had blasphemed God. Yes, they lied. They worshipped idols. They broke the rule of worshipping other gods. So those are the things you need to write to show the commandments that they broke. Jezebel and his husband, King Ahab. Why is killing condemned in traditional African community? Life is sacred and therefore should not be destroyed by anybody. It brings hatred, revenge among members of the community. That's why it is condemned. That's why it is condemned. It destroys continuity of the family. It brings poverty. Denies one the chance to take part in the community development. It breeds suspicion, fear, and anxiety. It destroys harmony or undermines good relationship in the community. Killing creates the sadness, sorrow to the relatives, sorrow to the community. Killing is condemned to avoid being punished, excommunicated from the. Killing is condemned to avoid Kcse, being haunted by those you killed. So those are the reasons why traditional African communities condemned killing. Explain 7 roles of prophets in the Old Testament. Give 7 reasons why Prophet Amos was against the way the Israelites worshipped God. How can Christians assist the church leaders to perform their duties effectively today? Explain the 7 prophets. Yeah, they spoke on behalf of God. They foretold the future events. They guided or counseled the kings or political leaders. The prophets called the people back to repentance. They reminded the people about the covenant. Prophets condemned the evil in the society. Prophets also warned the people of God's judgment. They warned the people of God of God's judgment. They made the people understand the nature of God. They offered sacrifice to God. some anointed kings. They interpreted the visions, dreams from God. Current events. B. 7 ways Prophet Amos was against the way the Israelites worshipped God. These are the ways. They gave empty sacrifices which did not reflect holy lives. They practiced syncretism. There was insincerity in worship, hypocrisy. They made idols, worshipped idols, sacrificed to the idols. They built many high places of worship for idols. They misused the temple by feasting and drinking. They refused to listen to the prophets of God, listening to false prophets. They misused the Sabbath. They practiced temple prostitution. So that is also the 7 ways by which Prophet Amos was against the way the Israelites worshipped God. How can Christians assist church leaders to perform their duties effectively? Giving financial materials, help, advising, counseling them on various issues, participating fully in the church activities or functions, giving tithes and offering faithfully, praying for them, respecting them, practicing or obeying the word of God, defending them against unfair criticism, providing training opportunities for them. Those are the ways. Number 5, explain 4 symbolic acts related to hope and restoration by Prophet Jeremiah. Prophet Jeremiah. State 6 evils condemned by Prophet Jeremiah in the temple sermon. Give 6 reasons Christians learn from Prophet Jeremiah's temple sermon. Temple sermon. Right? Describe number 6. Describe traditional African understanding of spirits. Outline 7 responsibilities of the living towards ancestors in traditional African communities. Give 6 reasons why sacrifices are made in traditional African communities. State 7 traditional African understanding of the spirit. Spirits are invisible. They do not have physical form. Spirits are more powerful than human beings. They are believed to be residing in caves, rivers, trees, rocks. Spirits can acquire physical form, appear to human beings in form of birds, animals, etc. Spirits have the ability to enter human beings and convey a message, reveal certain truths, dreams. Spirits act as mediators between God and human beings. Spirits change according to the circumstances. They can bring either harm, good to people. What are the responsibilities? What is the responsibility of the giving towards of the living towards ancestors in traditional African communities? Naming children after them, calling reparation for them, taking care of their graveyards, taking care of their graveyards, making sacrifices for ancestors, consulting, communicating to them in times of need, inviting, involving them in ceremonies, invoking their names during prayers, transmitting their wishes, visions, holding commemoration ceremonies for them, managing their property wisely, building shrines for them, teaching children about them. Yeah, that is the responsibility of the living towards the ancestors, towards the dead. Reasons why sacrifices are made in traditional African communities. Why do they make sacrifices in African traditional community? It is an act of worship. It enables the people to maintain good relationship with God, human beings. It is a way of asking for protection, to appease ancestral spirits, God, for end longs done. In cognition, honor the ancestors of God's power. It is a way of acknowledging God as the source of life, in order to ask God his intervention in times of trouble, as a thanksgiving to ancestors, spirits, God. So, can you look at this paper? This is Miranda, and then compare with the analysis I did. I will put the link in this video for the analysis that we did in the description. Can you check and then compare the analysis and what is here? Remember to subscribe.